What's good, guys? Welcome back to the 10th episode of the Miami Dolphins franchise. Please check out last episode, which wasn't episode 9. It's actually episode 9.5, where we just took a look around the league. So if you do want to see how your favorite team is doing or how some players on your favorite team is doing within this franchise, please go check that out, as I do go over kind of everything. We gave a couple players some contract extensions. We moved the depth chart around a little bit. So again, please go check out that episode and the whole playlist, which you can find on my channel or in the card above me. This is the team Austin Jackson has slotted in at the starting right tackle position. And after that, we do have Channing Tindall here, who has finally taken over for Elandon Roberts. Especially now, I just realized it is actually perfect because we are about to face off against the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson, which is really tough. As I'm not going to lie, I'm very scared about this game just because I'm not ready to take on Lamar Jackson in the game, but that is where we are. Heading into the activities list, we do have a player meeting because it is a short week. Let's see who is warning us about it. And it is Terron Armstead. Obviously, we have a short week this week, so not much time to create an elaborate game plan. With that being the case, I want to stress how important it is that we play fundamentally sound football this week. Terron Armstead says, definitely, with so little recovery time, a lot of guys are going to be less than 100%, which can lead to sloppy football and mental errors, which is definitely true on a short week. As we say exactly, and we're better than that. Stress to the team that is imperative that we take care of the football and be the team capitalizing off mistakes rather than the ones making them. Again, all this makes sense, and we only want to commit one turnover in this win, hopefully a win, against the Baltimore Ravens. And now we do have a press conference as the head coach, as Mike McDaniel. As a reporter asked, Coach, stopping a dynamic dual-threat quarterback like Lamar Jackson has proven difficult for many teams. Where does the game plan start for a player like him? And that is definitely containing the scrambling. I think all starts with containing him. He's not built like other quarterbacks. As a defense, you can do everything right and watch as he creates something out of nothing, which is definitely true. That is why I'm a little afraid, because he actually does have a good arm as well, as we want to try and hold Lamar Jackson under 75 yards rushing. To be honest, we'll see if we can do that. It's going to be tough, though. As our whole defense has a +5 play rec for this week, so that's definitely nice to see. As we will jump in right into the weekly strategy. Lamar Jackson, you already know where I'm headed. Contain QB scramble. I mean, obviously, I don't know why it says Tyler Huntley's more of a threat than Lamar, but okay. And then on defense, they do have a very solid defense all around that, and they are just a good team all around, as they are 5-3. I'm thinking about just doing run inside again, like the same strategy against Josh Allen. Just want to keep the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands, which is what we are going to be doing. 5+ sacks does seem a little bit crazy just because we are going up against Lamar. So let's just allow under 2 passing touchdowns, because even if he is running for a lot and maybe running for touchdowns, we got to limit his arm. So that's what we're going to do that. So with that being the case, don't allow a pass touchdown at all. And then offensively, we're going to do rush for 150+ yards. And then let's do win turnover battle as one of our goals from the other reporter is to not turn over the ball. So that is what we're going to be doing for that. Or sorry, no, maybe that was from the Terron Armstead conversation as we head right into practice, showing our defense first. Let's see if there's any injuries. Nothing to see so far, which is obviously always nice to see. Never want to see an injury, but yeah, I'm really curious to see how we do today against Lamar Jackson. In real life, last year we did stop them, which is really nice to see, as we kind of did the all-out blitz every time, and that really stumped their game plan. So that might be what we have to do today, and honestly, that's probably how I'll start, just by running that all-out blitz to try and contain Lamar Jackson, as it is Thursday primetime. So we'll put on the throwback jerseys, which is always nice to see the throwback jerseys. But yeah, with that being said, let's head on to Hard Rock Stadium, play Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Kicking off to the Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, like I said, we are in the throwbacks, which again, they're some of the best jerseys in the NFL, especially the white ones too, man. The white ones are incredible to watch and to wear. Like, I love watching my team play that, as they already get a great kick return, and their offense will be starting from the 34-yard line as they show Mike McDaniel. Let's see what type of stats Lamar is putting up. He does have only 9 touchdowns, 4 picks, and not that many yards, so he will be a rushing monster. That's the only way they could be 5-3 anyway. So again, limiting Lamar Jackson is the goal of this game, and let's see if we can do that. Let's try the in-real-life strategy that we did from last year when we stumped him and we won on this Thursday night football game. Let's send the heat, let's send the blitz, let our corners cover, and let's win this game using Channing Tindall, as they do start off the run, which is obvious. And Emmanuel Ogbah, one of our best defenders, does make the tackle, as J.K. Dobbins looks to have a pretty solid year for his own right. as he is now back and healthy. Obviously, it was tough for that whole running back core last year, as they lost like 4 running backs, which is always tough. Using Javon Holland over the middle here, as again they're going back to the run, and we can't make a tackle. And J.K. Dobbins is running all over us right now. 2 rushes, 24 yards. This is like, I don't know why, it just reminded me of the Colts Jonathan Taylor game where you think, oh, it's the Colts, you probably should go in and beat them, but you have Jonathan Taylor, you have Matt Ryan. It's a pretty tough team to stop, just because, again, you're not too worried about Matt Ryan, as Channing Tindall makes an amazing stop in the backfield. Oh, man, our rookie's playing great, and that is why he's in the starting lineup. His first game starting, and look at him go 2nd and 14. Now that we have that, it's all about containing Lamar Jackson. I'm going to run the QB contain play every down, and now they get a false start, I believe. So this is awesome if we can get a stop here on this first drive, because honestly, against the last few teams, even if they're bad like the Texans, we have been able to get a stop on these first drives. So if we can get a stop against this tough Ravens offense, that'd be huge for us going forward. As I'm watching with Javon Holland, as he goes inside, and Xavien Howard does a great job to knock the ball loose from Rashad Bateman, I believe that was. And now on 3rd and 19, we're sending heat. We're going to drop our corners back, keep everything in front of you, and we're sending that heat. Jerome Baker, Channing Tindall, let's get after it. Using Jerome Baker as Agba gets in, contains, and then Brandon Jones makes a tackle along with Christian Wilkins on Mark Andrews, as that is an awesome first stop, and we will be getting the, oh, what is happening here? Oh, okay, so they put on our defense because they thought, okay, technically they're going for it, and I think that means that they can't make the field goal, as Justin Tucker could have made the field goal. Oh my god, he definitely had the yardage for it, so that was crazy. So definitely have to make sure we stop them even further back than that, because he just almost made that, just barely missed to the left side, as a rare miss from Justin Tucker, so I almost completely forgot about him as a kicker. As Alec Ingold gets a nice block, 2 blocks on the outside, and Raheem Mostert is back in the lineup, couldn't get to that edge, but honestly a good job to get 5 yards. Let's run this RPO play, keeping Tyreek and Raheem Mostert involved. So again, if that corner on Tyreek backs up, we'll give him the chance. Actually, yes, we will give him the chance, and unfortunately Calais Campbell comes over to make the swat. Maybe I should have just handed the ball off, as it is now 3rd and 5. Let's run this level sales play. See if we can get a guy like Edmonds open out of the backfield, or maybe Gesicki down the field. Let's see what's open, as it might be Mike Gesicki, but unfortunately Tua is inaccurate. He's 0 for 2, and we will be punting it right back. Never mind, Mike McDaniel wants to go for it, and this is the rare time where I'm actually going to go against him, because I want to pin them deep, and this does make sense. I don't want to do a field goal. This does make sense because there have been a couple times where the coaches told me not to go for it, and I have gone for it, so I feel like I shouldn't go for it this time. So we're just going to punt it deep, as I know you're probably surprised I'm doing that, but they almost block it. Hopefully we can get the stop as Keon Crossan get down there, and unfortunately I do not put any backspin on it, and we do only punt it basically 20 yards after that. So that's pretty dumb by me, as now they get the ball back. I probably should have either gone for it or just made sure I had a better punt, so that's really unfortunate. Sending the all-out blitz here on the 2nd and 10. Lamar Jackson did have an incompletion there, a bad throw knocked by our defender, as they run the opposite side of where we had the free rusher, and Javon Holland makes the tackle, as J.K. Dobbins continues to do well on that rush. But if we can force this 4th down, get the ball back, that punt will prove not to mean as much, as we are using Brandon Jones here over the middle, man-to-man. Andrew Van Ginkel is on Mark Andrews, which is not like I like to see. And Rashad Bateman does red out Byron Jones a little bit, man. Byron Jones and Nick Needham need to step it up here, man. Like, if they don't, they might find themselves off the team. I know I just extended Nick Needham, so maybe he'll be there, but he's going to get demoted. Like, I'm going to look for another corner to demote him to the 4th cornerback position. And then also, I need Byron Jones to step up, man. He's one of the key players on this team, and he is not playing up to his potential and up to his overall, and up to what he should be doing, up to his contract for that matter. He really needs to do better, and if he keeps playing like this, he might find himself off the team in this offseason, as he does go across on the slant to Jarvis Landry and the Ravens, as he is a new addition to that team, I believe, as that is Jarvis Landry on the Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, we do have the updated roster, so it's very cool to see that. Former Dolphin in Jarvis Landry, he usually does go off against us, and by the way, I love him, man. One of my favorite players. I should have put his jersey on for this video, but I just forgot that he was on the Ravens. To be honest, as J.K. Dobbins continues to break tackles, but yeah, have his jersey. He's probably one of my favorite players of all time for the Miami Dolphins. He is what made me love football as a Miami Dolphins fan. When we were always bad, he would always be exciting, so love to see Jarvis always doing better. And they do run a QB option, read option. Xavien Howard makes the tackle on Lamar Jackson as his first rush goes for 18 yards. That is not good. at all, as we are going to run the all-out blitz even though we are on the goal line. Shed inside, so hopefully they do not run that slant play and just beat us inside, as we will use Javon Holland on J.K. Dobbins, as it is a run, and it's another QB read option, and Lamar Jackson just runs it in. I need to make sure in the settings or in the audible, I make sure that we're containing the QB on the QB read and not the running back, as he just does that on back-to-back plays, and it is already 7-0 for the Ravens. That is what I was afraid about, man, going into this game. Like, Lamar Jackson is so electric, and we really need to find a way to stay in this. Back to it on offense, and as you can see on the top, total yards 103.25, so hopefully we can get the running game going with Raheem Mostert, as a nice block from Connor Williams and JC Treader, as you do go right by Calais Campbell, and we do get a almost, not a first down, but almost a first down, as we will run the play action on this play, as Tua is in the pocket. I'm going to try and throw it up to Waddle, give him a one-on-one chance for the aggressive catch, and he makes the catch, and he gets tackled. I thought we might have room to run, but 1 for 3 for Tua, and Jalen Waddle makes the catch on that 50-50 ball. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it, as we are going to run the ball with Raheem Mostert, with Alec Ingle blocking in front for him. Alec Ingle pick up a block as he does, and Raheem Mostert bounces this to the outside, and he picks up the first down. Our offense is definitely going now as we try to tie this game. Going to go right back to Raheem Mostert on this play. Never mind, they are loading up the box a little bit. Let's switch to a pass play. I kind of like this play. Let's see if Tyreek can get open. No, it's Durham Smythe who gets open. Never mind, it's an interception, as I believe that's Chuck Clark playing that inside linebacker type role from a safety, and he flies over to make the interception, man. I didn't even see him on that play. That was a really bad throw by me. I thought I just had Durham Smythe open, and he flies over from the other side to make the interception, as that is back-to-back games with an interception from Tua Tagovailoa. He has now hit 10 interceptions on the year. We definitely want to try and limit that. Like always, I always say that we definitely want to limit that, as they try again with the play-action run, or not play-action, sorry, just a run with the fake lead option, as we do make the stop there on that. Let's run zone here just to try and contain Lamar Jackson, as we will always contain, because it is Lamar Jackson using Raekwon Davis, and they do go to the run, and Jeff Phillips can make the stop. No one can make the stop on J.K. Dobbins, as it is Brandon Jones who is forced to come over and make the tackle, as he continues to do well. Man, we did such a good job to drive down the field, and unfortunately Tua Tagovailoa does throw the interception, and now the Ravens have a chance to increase their lead, which is always annoying. Never want to go down 2 scores ever, so definitely imperative that we make the stop here with the Miami Dolphins, as I do come over to Javon Holland, but unfortunately I am not quick enough, as they do get the first down to J.K. Dobbins, who continues to tear it up, as that does bring us to the end of the first quarter. Man, we really need to get our offense going. We cannot have that interception from Tua. Like, I was driving down the field with Tua, and it was looking great, as Channing Tindall makes an incredible tackle on Lamar Jackson there. What a great play from the rookie in his first start. We really need Tua and the offense to get going. I felt like we did a pretty good job on that drive with that first catch to Jalen Waddle. But unfortunately, after that, we do throw the interception, which means you don't get going, as Mark Andrews breaks a tackle from Javon Holland. And again, it's Brandon Jones making the tackle. He has been so good at making that last tackle, because if it wasn't him, these guys might be gone. Now, with that being said, let's use our Brandon Jones over the middle, as he's been amazing, as they drop back into play action for one of the first times, not giving it to Lamar and not letting him run, as he chucks it up to Mark Andrews, and Mark Andrews makes the catch, dude. This is why I was scared of the Baltimore Ravens, as Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews continue to tear it up, man. This is not looking good, as we need a stop desperately here in the red zone, at least force them to kick the field goal, if nothing else, as they give the ball back to J.K. Dobbins, but this time it is Jerome Baker making the tackle. As again, we're going to continue to send the ball, we're going to continue to send heat on the ball, and we're going to use Jerome Baker on Patrick Ricard, one of the better fullbacks in the league, along with Alec Ingold, as they keep giving it to J.K. Dobbins, and he continues to have success. 10 rushes, 52 yards, making it 3rd and 5, and this is an all-important 3rd and 5. Let's drop into the zone. Let's make sure we have all of our bases covered with that lower zone, using Zach Sealer on the defensive line. Christian Wilkins almost gets to the quarterback. Unfortunately, Lamar gets the ball out, but Jerome Baker makes the stop, and I believe they will probably kick the field goal, as it is 4th and 5, as they are going for the field goal. So let's try and block it, but even if we don't, we held them to a field goal, which is huge, as we are going to be going down 10-0 as long as Justin Tucker makes this field goal, which he will. He's so close, superstar kicker, as he makes it down the middle, as we are down 10-0 to start the game. A solid return there from River Craycraft, as he does get us to the 28-yard line. Honestly, we don't have to worry too much. We do get the ball at halftime, so we don't need to fully go away from our running scheme, but we will start off with the pass as Jalen Waddle makes the nice catch from Tua Tagovailoa as they continue to have great chemistry. We can't get too worried here. We just need to put up some points. Even if it's a field goal, I wouldn't love that, but obviously I'll take a field goal. And then again, we get the ball at half, so we do have a chance to be in this game. So no need to panic just yet, as Connor Williams almost got to that block, but unfortunately he didn't, as they do get the stop with only 1 yard to gain for us. Let's run this Z spot play. We really need to keep this offense going, looking at Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on that side. As I do see Tyreek, and he gets hit as he throws, and that's another interception from Tua Tagovailoa, man. This has been a horrible start to this game, as please make the tackle, and we're not going to make the tackle, and it's a pick 6 for the Baltimore Ravens, and we are down 17-0. Okay, so Tua needs to get going now, because now we're forced to throw after that. That is so unfortunate. I didn't even realize that we were getting hit as we underthrew Tyreek Hill. I know, obviously, like that's what people are thinking Tua is going to do, but that time he got hit as he threw. He wasn't just throwing from a normal pocket or anything like that, as they do get the interception. That is so unfortunate. I really thought like we could get the ball there if we didn't get hit, but unfortunately I didn't see the guy coming up the edge or up the middle. I don't even realize where it was from. And again, he hit us as we threw, and that's what happens when you get hit as you throw, as the ball goes short and they get the interception. Offense back onto the field again. Let's get this going, man. We really need to get Tua Tagovailoa going, because if we don't, this is going to be a tough game, as we do give the ball to Raheem Mostert on the outside, and they make the stop, as this Baltimore Ravens have come to play. We do play them in real life this year, and I did say one of the things that we should be worrying about here is them wanting revenge from last year. So, again, hopefully we can get the pass game going. And Tyreek is open down the field as we lob it up with Tua Tagovailoa, and it's a little underthrown, and now we cannot get that play. Maybe I should have bulleted it. I thought maybe doing the lob so he has a chance to run under it would have been better. Probably should have done a touch pass there, as now Tua doesn't hit Tyreek on the deep ball, and it's 3rd and 10. Not the greatest game so far from Tua, might I add. As we get Jalen Waddle open, and he makes the aggressive catch for the first down. That's a huge throw from Tua. But man, that stat line is looking very ugly. And man, I missed Tyreek on the deep ball. Should have done a touch pass, not the full lob, as that is really unfortunate. Gonna go back to the run here, but we are down 17-0, as we do need a touchdown on this drive, man. This is super important that we put up points here, as we do get good blocks for Raheem Mostert, and he has daylight in front of him, as a great run from Raheem Mostert on that little bit of a delay, as he continues to play well, as he is back from injury, man. Need to get to his arm going here. Let's run this stretch alert bubble, see if we can get some yards after the catch. Make Tua's job a little bit easier. As if Raheem Mostert and Mike Gesicki can't get that block on that side, we might have daylight in front of us as we give the ball to Raheem Mostert, and he has so many yards in front of him. Raheem Mostert, 7 rushes, 68 yards for another Miami Dolphins first down for Raheem Mostert. Obviously, he is a little tired now. Let's get Chase Edmonds involved. Never mind. They're loading up that box. Let's use the tight end angle play and see if we can get some yards with the catch. As I don't see anyone open. I do see Mike Gesicki open over the middle, and he walks in for the touchdown. Never mind, he doesn't walk in for the touchdown, as they almost make the tackle, and we do get the touchdown with Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown of the year. You'd think he had a few more, but he has just been a guy who not in the red zone, but which is surprising because he is a very, very good red zone threat. But as a guy in the middle of the field, it has been great to get the ball open, as he does score that touchdown, which is awesome to see. Now we need to make a stop and hopefully get a field goal at least before the end of the half, so we do not lose this game, man. We really need Tua to step up, as he did on that drive, and make this comeback. Moving Javon Holland over, and we will use your Eric Rowe on this blitz, as they do run the ball, and J.K. Dobbins continues to get positive yards, as that probably will bring us to the 2-minute warning, or the 2-minute warning, as I should say. That will bring us to the 2-minute warning, down 17-7. The Ravens have the ball. Let's get a stop on this drive and hopefully put up a couple points. If not, let's just make the stop. Make sure we go into the half only down 17-7, only down 10, and then we can use that first drive of the second half to put up points and stay in this game. As Mark Andrews breaks tackles, he continues to break tackles. He just won't go down, so we force him out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, 8 for 10, 120 yards, as he continues to have an incredible game. Dropping back into the zone here, using Javon Holland, man. Lamar Jackson, we need to contain this man as he continues to rip it up. As they do go for the screen pass, but it is Emmanuel Ogbah who swats the ball down. He continues to play very well as we do for 2nd and 10. As now they do load up their backfield, and let's see if we can get the stop here. If they do run the ball, I doubt it though, as they are passing the ball. I'm helping on Mark Andrews is what I meant to say, as Byron Jones cannot make the interception, but he does do a good job to at least swat the ball, as it is now 3rd and 10, and let's use Jerome Baker on J.K. Dobbins, as J.K. Dobbins has done very well. We're going to guess pass. Let's see if we can stop this, as they do get the first down to Rashad Bateman, the young player, second-year player, taking over for Marquise Brown, as he continues to play well as well. Only 2 receptions for 29 yards, actually, never mind, but he does seem to be making an impact. Using Javon Holland, watching over everything as they go underneath to Jarvis Landry on Nick Needham, as he continues to play well against his former team. And now let's drop back into the zone to mix it up a little bit. This has not been the start I wanted from my team to start this game in Miami, in Hard Rock Stadium, on prime time, man. This is not looking good, as we are right now. Technically, by the record, we are the best team in the NFL, and we are not showing out, man. I don't know what happened. The short week is really getting to us, as our guys just are not playing where I want them to play, as Tyler Linderbaum unfortunately gets hurt, as he will take a knee there, as you see. Let's send some heat off the left side, and I will use your Jerome Baker to cover this right side. If not, then I will go cover J.K. Dobbins, just to see if we can limit Lamar's. Who knows what he will do, as we are going to get back to it. Oh my god, Xavien Howard gets the pick. Sorry, I had to stop commentating as I saw Xavien Howard making a break on that ball, as we do have to try and get by Lamar Jackson, and he tries to make the early dive, and this is a huge play to get us back in the game, as Xavien Howard gets the pick 6 back. Tua might have thrown a pick 6, but Xavien Howard says, by the way, Tua, I got you. You might have thrown a pick 6. I'll get it right back on defense, as he gets a pick 6, as Xavien Howard continues to play amazing. 17-14 now, man, after that amazing play by Xavien Howard. Obviously, his X Factor is on, and we will run this man-to-man coverage using Jerome Baker, try and get pressure on Lamar instantly, as we will run up right up the middle and hit Lamar, as he does get the ball to Jarvis Landry, but it is inbounds, so it will be forced into the hurry-up. Never mind, they say he does get out of bounds. I don't know how. No, he didn't get out of bounds. Okay, there we go. So they waste a bunch of clock there for no reason. I hate how Madden does that. Like, they're just wasting clock for no reason. Like, Madden, how did your game not even know how to save clock? Like, that's one of the biggest things in the game of football. How do you not know how to have them call timeout before, as that was clearly inbounds, as we will use Jerome Baker, try and get pressure again off the edge, as we rush with Jerome Baker, but unfortunately we do not get the sack, as Javon Holland is forced to make the play on Mark Andrews. But it is good for us, as it is an illegal block in the back by Rashad Bateman. So we will force them back 5 yards, which is, again, nice to see. But unfortunately, they did have a good play, so they still advance the ball a little bit. So it's basically just 1st and 10 again. Javon Holland using over the top here as we run this cover 4, making sure to cover all of our bases, cover everything down the field. As Lamar Jackson starts to get loose, let's send him. Unfortunately, when I send him, he leaves the wide receiver instead of the linebacker going, as he tries to get the ball off to Devin Duvernay. And unfortunately, Xavien Howard cannot get his 2nd interception of the game, as you will go with this way, where we have a guy lined up man-to-man with Jarvis Landry, which is, again, good to see, as I believe that's Eric Rowe, as they hand the ball off to J.K. Dobbins, and he continues to just power forward for a bunch of yards, but that would bring us to the end of the half. Only down 17-14, which, by the way, after a completely horrible first half from our offense and from our defense, other than that Xavien Howard pick 6, it's a blessing to only be down 17-14, so thank you, Xavien Howard, for that. With this in mind, we are going to throw a medium to hopefully get to his arm going, and then we are going to keep defending that QB scramble, because imagine if I didn't put the QB contain as our goal. Imagine how much more they would be doing, as now we get the ball back, and if we put up a touchdown, we have a chance to take the lead, which again is crazy considering the start to this game. Offense back onto the field, and we need this team to get going with the pass, man, as you do throw a medium to hopefully get Waddle open, as he has daylight in front of him. Jalen Waddle continues to eat, and he tries to cut it back in, but unfortunately they get the tackle. But again, it feels like all of Tua's completions this game are to Jalen Waddle. We need to get Tyreek Hill involved, but he has been that deep threat decoy, kind of playing his role, as they are loading up the box a little bit. So let's run this play action and hopefully get them to bite, as they do kind of stay in the box. Jalen Waddle gets open again. Another catch for Jalen Waddle against this Ravens team, as he continues to tear it up, man. Jalen Waddle has been going crazy in this franchise, and he continues to do that. Let's run this wide drag play. Actually, we're going to substitute to the inside zone here, as I don't love the pass against this formation here in the red zone, as we do get a bunch of blocks, and Edmonds tries to fight for a few more yards, as he does get 3 yards. As we move to 2nd and goal, let's try the fake halfback toss to Sony Michel. Hopefully this play works. If not, it might bring us back into the backfield, but they do bite on it. But unfortunately, the animation kind of carries us inside, as if there's not that force field type animation, I felt like I could have bounced out to the outside and scored a touchdown, but unfortunately that was not the case. Let's run this wide sail play from the 8-yard line. We have Gesicki as an option, Tyreek over the middle, Waddle. And we are going to block Chase Edmonds just in case they send a extra pressure guy for the extra rusher. As I am looking all the way over the field, rolling out to the left. Jalen Waddle steps out of bounds, so we can't even throw him the ball, as that would have been a legal touching. As David Ojabo, the rookie for the Baltimore Ravens, gets the sack, and we are forced to kick a field goal from the 17-yard line, even though we are 4th and goal. So we should be inside the 10-yard lines, but that's how far we brought back. As I might have missed that field goal, thank God I didn't, as it is 17-17. And honestly, again, I'll take that with the start to this game, with what's happened in this game so far. I will take what has happened so far to be tied with 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. That's a good spot to be in considering what's happened. Trying to continue to send this heat. Let's use your Eric Rowe off the edge and hopefully get pressure on Lamar Jackson. That is the best thing we can do, as we are bringing Eric Rowe over. But again, he goes to Mark Andrews underneath. And man, Mark Andrews continues to show why he is a top 3, top 5 type tight end. He's honestly probably top 3 after last year for sure. Last year he might have been the best tight end, so he's definitely been very good, as he's definitely earned that superstar mark. As they run play action, they don't run the ball, and they go back to the left side to Jarvis Landry, and Byron Jones makes a tackle. Man, we do need Byron Jones to be a little bit better. Running this cover 1 shell kind of type play where I do just use her over the middle as they run with J.K. Dobbins, and I come down to make the tackle with Javon Holland, but it is actually Andrew Van Ginkel who makes the tackle, as Jawan James is hurt on that play. I believe that's Jawan James. If I'm mistaken, I am sorry about that, as we will use your Brandon Jones over the middle, try and contain Lamar Jackson with his speed, as they are running all their routes to the right. And Mark Andrews again is wide open, as Jerome Baker cannot stay with him in coverage. As Jerome Baker has been a little poor in man-to-man coverage and in zone coverage, so definitely something to look at there. As Mark Andrews does already have over 100 yards, and that number will probably go up, which again is super unfortunate. Usually Brandon Jones on J.K. Dobbins, 1st and 10 for them, as they motion him over to the right side as they run the ball up the middle. J.K. Dobbins breaks Jerome Baker's tackle, but it is Javon Holland coming down to clean it up. And it is 2nd and 4 from the 36-yard line now. We really need to try and get a stop here, take the lead. Using Brandon Jones over the middle as he is open under the backfield. I come back to this, and Xavien Howard cannot stay with Devin Duvernay, who is a little bit of a shifty receiver. He's not like the best overall receiver, as he is more known for his after the ball type play. Like, he's kind of a gadget guy in that way. But Devin Duvernay, I kind of like the player. I like what he can do on the field. He's a very fun player, is what I would say. As they run the read option, and Channing Tindall nails Lamar Jackson. Channing Tindall continues to play amazing in his first start, as he has earned that starting role for sure. Jerome Baker in coverage, using him, letting Channing Tindall do it on his own, because apparently he's just that amazing where he's good in coverage, he's good at everything. As he has a tight end over the middle, but he doesn't throw it to him, as he didn't think he could arc it over the linebacker. But he just starts to run the ball as I go try and lay a hit stick on Lamar Jackson. A little bit of a dangerous play for me. Probably shouldn't have done that, but it is 3rd and 4 as Lamar Jackson does slide, which is a little interesting because I don't remember the last time Lamar Jackson slid instead of just trying to make a juke, but whatever. I didn't get the chance to contain, so this is really bad if Lamar Jackson can't get out of the pocket. But unfortunately, we did do a good job keeping him inside the pocket. His X Factor elevates, and he tries to go cross-body back to his tight end. But unfortunately, he was not open, as we force the field goal to make it 2017 and give the ball back to our offense. But it will be 2017 just because Justin Tucker is not missing this field goal. He has superstar, and that's precisely down the middle. Offense back onto the field here, the total yards. They do have 100 more total yards than us as we run this play-action play. Hopefully Waddle can continue to get open, but no, it's Tyreek underneath. Maybe Jalen Waddle would have got open, but I just saw Tyreek Hill first, and honestly, if he's open, I'm not going to throw it to him. So obviously that is why I just threw it to Tyreek when he was open. Again, maybe Jalen Waddle would have got open, but then maybe Tyreek would have gotten open. So that is just the play that happened. As Waddle gets open again onto the sideline. What a route from Waddle. What a throw from Tua, man. Waddle continues to tear it up. I promise I'm trying to get Tyreek Hill involved, but man, it's a Jalen Waddle show so far in this game. Let's go back to the run here with the fake zone jet, as we'll fake the ball to Tyreek Hill on the end around and then give it to Raheem Mostert out of the backfield, as Cedric Wilson and Connor Williams do a poor job on those blocks. But again, still Raheem Mostert having a pretty good game. Let's run this counter back to the left side as if we can get Mike Gesicki over there. And Robert Hunt over there, we do have a chance to have a bunch of extra blockers, as unfortunately we don't, and they make the tackle, number 17 there on the defense, doing a good job on that play. Let's run this screenplay to Chase Edmonds of the backfield as if they send this all blitz, which they might, it looks like. We could have a bunch of yards on the screenplay. I would bring this down to the third quarter, but I actually do like what this play is looking like. As Chase Edmonds does get the ball, we get a block from J.C. Treader, and we unfortunately don't get a block from Connor Williams, but we will take the first down, as that would bring us to the fourth quarter, and now it's clutch time. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line with 10 minutes left to go, as this will be the first play of the fourth quarter, running this RPO play, as I do see Cedric Wilson with blocks in front of him. Never mind, Tyreek could not hold his block, and we only get about a yard on that play for Cedric Wilson, trying to keep him involved as well. Going to run this mesh spot play, running that mesh concept, seeing if we can get a guy over the middle in Hunter Long, Gesicki, or Durham Smythe. As I do see triangle, which is Hunter Long over the middle. He does actually make the grab this time, and that is an important catch for the first down for Hunter Long. Let's give the ball to Tyreek Hill on this jet sweep, and let's see if he can get loose, just getting the ball in his hands. As I said, trying to keep Tyreek involved as we need to. And I tried to juke back inside, because if we went outside, he was going to make the tackle for sure. But it doesn't matter, as Marcus Peters makes the tackle on that play, which is really unfortunate. As you go to this tight end corner play, which I really do like, see who can get open on this play. As it does look like Raheem Mostert might get open, but unfortunately, that linebacker just stuck with him. I thought Raheem Mostert might be able to beat him, but I guess not. As now it is 3rd and 10. I don't know what play I want to run. No play sticking out at me, so let's try this spider mesh play, where basically it's play action and a mesh concept. Tyreek Hill, Waddle going over the middle, and Durham Smythe on that corner as we fake the run. As I do see circle, which is Jalen Waddle open underneath, and he does get the first down, man. Jalen Waddle continues to be incredible in this game, man. I really came into this game thinking, man, I should probably get Cedric Wilson involved more than he actually is. Should probably get Tyreek a little bit more involved, because we're paying him all that money. But it continues to be the Jalen Waddle show, as Chase Edmonds is open underneath, and he fights forward for the touchdown, as we do take the lead against the Baltimore Ravens. I can't believe we have the lead after that brutal start to this game, going up 24-10. As you can see on the top, we have taken all the momentum back at home, as it used to be all the Ravens, but now we have all the momentum back, as the momentum has really swung with that touchdown using Jerome Baker. As he goes to Xavien Howard, gets another interception on that hook play. Xavien Howard with his 2nd interception of the game, and now we are coming back to try and win this game, man, as now we have a free possession with that play by Xavien Howard. He continues to be incredible, as let's give the ball to Cedric Wilson on the bullet play, and it's another interception from Tua Tagovailoa, man. I have no idea. I thought Cedric Wilson had him beat. I don't know why Cedric Wilson's fist pumping, as Marcus Peters gets the interception, and that's Tua Tagovailoa's 3rd interception of this game. I thought Cedric Wilson had him beat. Maybe I should have thrown it earlier so he didn't get stuck at the end of the end zone. I thought that would have been a good throw. Of course it's not, and that's another interception for Tua, as they do get the ball to J.K. Dobbins on the outside, man. I honest to God thought that was open, man. I thought, Cedric Wilson's open. Finally he's open, I feel like I'm always going to Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and then I threw it up to Cedric Wilson, and unfortunately it is intercepted, so that is really tough. Usually Channing Tindall over the middle here, and hopefully we can get a stop here, as they are passing the ball, passing him off to the next zone. As Lamar does take off to run, and Channing Tindall continues to be Lamar Jackson's nemesis, as he continues to make plays on Lamar Jackson. 3rd and 1 here. This is a huge play with only 6 minutes left, and I believe they did just do a false start, so that will be 3rd and 6 instead of 3rd and 1. And now we do have an improved chance to make this stop, as again, with only 6 minutes left, this is a huge play of the game. Let's use Javon Holland over the top, as he did have Jarvis Landry open, but he underthrew him and misthrew him, as now Lamar Jackson has 2 picks, Tua has 2 picks. This has been an ugly game for prime time, as they will be forced to punt with 4th and 6, and they will try and get the stop, as we need to put a point on this play, as they will definitely get the ball back. And we do not want to give them the chance to at least win the game. If we can get at least a field goal, the only thing they can do is tie at the minimum, which is what we want to do. With us having the ball with the lead with this much time left, we're definitely looking to chew some clock, so we will just be giving the ball to Raheem Mostert as he chugs forward for the first down, breaks a tackle, and he continues to do well, as we will definitely turn on chew clock now, as that is the goal of this drive. Just chew that clock, baby. Do not want to pass the ball that much. Again, Tua has been a little poor with his interception, so not great from him. As you give the ball to Raheem Mostert again, good blocks, never mind, not good blocks if you only get a yard there, and unfortunately they make the stop. Going to continue with the run here, as that is what we need to do. Going to try and get Alec Ingold to spring out to the outside and make a block. for Raheem Mostert as we continue to chew that clock down the field as they get good blocks. I juke back inside, but unfortunately Marcus Peters has been a very secure tackler today as he has been all over the field as we try again to run the ball here with Chase Edmonds as Raheem Mostert is a little bit tired. We're going to hopefully get Connor Williams over this play, run behind him, and just tug forward for this first down on 3rd and 2 as I can't make the run, and I have no idea what happened there as he was just kind of fighting about which hole he wanted to go into. I was just trying to take either one of them. I didn't really care, trying to run forward, and that does make the stop, and we are forced to kick a field goal. And now this becomes an all-important field goal, but we do have 8 wind with us, so that should make sure we don't miss short. So I can miss short, make the kick as accurate as possible, and we do make the field goal down the middle, and we are up 7 points. Hopefully we can make the stop here and not have this game go into overtime or anything like that. Using Jerome Baker here as again we're just trying to keep everything in front of us. There is a flag. I have no idea what's that for as the ball was snapped as he goes to Mark Andrews on the sideline, but unfortunately this is on the defense. Zach Sealer against the Dolphins, he was offside, so now it will be 1st and 5 instead of 1st and 10. So that's a really poor play by Zach Sealer, man. We really need you to be efficient when you're on the field. So that is really unfortunate as we will use your Channing Tindall over the middle here. Lamar Jackson dropping back to pass as he does find Jarvis Landry underneath. He shakes off a tackle from Nick Needham, and Javon Holland lays the boom on Jarvis Landry. As again, we had to get that back from Nick Needham, and Javon Holland continues as they probably share a word there as they run back. Javon Holland, again, stays as one of the best safeties in the league. Again, we're just trying to keep them in front of us. A field goal doesn't do anything for them. We want to keep them in front of us. Don't let them score a touchdown. That's all we want. Trying to get back to Jerome Baker and Xavien Howard with another interception, man. 3 interceptions for him as he makes up for every single one of Tua Tagovailoa's missed passes as Lamar Jackson continues to struggle in the air. Why are we in the passing formation? Get the ball on the ground to Chase Edmonds. Let's run this game out if we can, as they are definitely going for the strip here, as we will definitely go into conservative with that run game. Chase Edmonds has struggled, hasn't got that many touches, so we will just go back to Raheem Mostert as the starter, as that will bring us down to the 2-minute warning, man. A first down, and this game is presumably over, so hopefully we can do that. Let's run this play with Sony Michel. He does have secure hands. Hopefully run this power play behind our tight ends and Alec Ingold and get some yards here, as we need that first down, as he can't get past, I believe that's Patrick Queen who changed his number to number 6. I can't remember, but I think that's Patrick Queen if I remember correctly. It might not be. Don't get too mad at me if I don't know that, but for some reason it does. I do think that's Patrick Queen, as now it is 3rd and 9. We need the first down. Let's run this play. Hopefully one of our guys can get open. I don't see anyone. I do see Gesicki down the field. Can he make that throw? Mike Gesicki makes the catch, and that is a first down, and that should be the game, as Mike Gesicki with his sure hands gives us the game on a platter. 2 receptions for 50 yards for him, as those are 2 of the most important receptions. 1 to complete the game and 1 for the touchdown, as that is awesome. As Raheem Mostert bounces out to the inside, we want to bounce back inside. Don't want to go out of bounds. Force them to use that last timeout. And now we can just run out the clock as we get the victory in one of the most ugly games in prime time. We'll take it as we continue to prove why we're one of the better teams in the NFL, if not the best team in the NFL, as we overcome so much ugliness from Tua, so much poor play from our defense to start the game, as Raheem Mostert continues to strike forward, and now we're just going to burn this clock all the way down with the run plays. We'll burn this clock all the way down, and again, this is all we want to see, man. This is all we wanted to see from our team going to primetime, is to just go down, please, thank you. And now we have to run 1 more play, so I will just take a knee with Tua Tagovailoa to end this game. And that is the game against the Baltimore Ravens. We were down about, I think it was 10-0 to start the game, and we come back all the way to win 27-20. Again, Tua Tagovailoa did struggle, but he did come back with what he needed to do, as I don't know why the clock is taking so much to stop here. As anyways, that is an awesome game from our Miami Dolphins team. Jalen Waddle goes crazy. I know we'll check out his stats after the game. Tua Tagovailoa tries to make up for his 3 interceptions because that was poor. Xavien Howard proving why he's one of the best corners in the league, as he has 3 picks in the same game. The last player we saw that was actually Micah Hyde against us in that second Bills game, as Tua is talking smack to the camera, showing why he is one of the best teams, dapping up with Austin Jackson, the guy who he was drafted with, and they are dapping up Tua Tagovailoa, showing him why he's now one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Again, not showing too much why with those picks, but a great game from this Dolphins team. 27-20. We had 240 passing yards. They had 224. They had more rushing yards than us. they had just a similar completion percentage, same amount of interceptions. Like, it's a very similar game, but we do come out on top with the Miami Dolphins as we do win. Man, Lamar Jackson really struggled more than Tua, as Tua only has 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Poor game from him, but look at Lamar, man. 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, all to Xavien Howard, 17 for 27, only 235 yards. Rushing-wise, J.K. Dobbins was incredible, but Raheem Mostert was just better, 7.2 average. J.K. Dobbins, 85. Lamar Jackson with 31 yards himself, as we do complete that goal. Receiving-wise, Jalen Waddle was amazing. Mark Andrews then after him, and Jarvis Landry. And then obviously Mike Gesicki with those 2 important plays. Devin Duvernay playing pretty good. Chase Edmonds has that receiving touchdown. He's been great with the ball in his hands. The ball in his hands after catching the ball out of the backfield. Sack-wise, it was just David Ojabo. And then interception-wise, interceptions all over the place, as Xavien has all 3 of ours. And then it's Bryce Callahan, their first free agent signing, to get an interception. Chuck Clark and Marcus Peters. And then kicking-wise, Justin Tucker did miss that field goal, which was an important part of this game, is maybe they play differently if they have that field goal. So that is the end of that game, and I believe we will have a post-game press conference because of the short week and the game plan for the QB. As you do get the don't allow pass CD, we don't get the rush for 150 yards, and we don't get the win turnover battle, as that was just poor turnovers all over the place. As after that performance, Xavien Howard does get a upgrade, as we will just continue to upgrade that man-to-man, as that's what we want him to be good at, as he has +1 man coverage, +1 press, +2 tackle, +2 zone coverage, as he is now a 95 overall, which is great to see. Again, definitely worth all that money, as again, I don't know how we kind of won that game 27-20. That was huge from him. As we get into this post game, things didn't go exactly according to plan offensively. We still got the job done. That's all that matters. A win is a win, but we'll need to be sharper next time we're out there. That's exactly how I would put it. We still got the win, but it's definitely not what we want to do, as we do get +1,000 XP for the entire team, which is great to see. As we will go into this press conference, as we were able to have success against Lamar Jackson to get the win this week. What went into making that happen? As we will say, Lamar Jackson is a special player, but we had an excellent game plan that the team executed. Really proud of how our defense played. Really taking that defense from Brian Flores and that pass scheme and that pass defensive plan, as we just sent the blitz, as Xavien Howard will have his X Factor active for the entire game next week, so he might get even more interceptions going into next week. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.